Hey everyone, welcome back. We're about to jump into some really interesting stuff today.
Yeah, should be fun.
We're talking about, well, how Gen Z is totally changing the game when it comes to finding jobs.
Uh-huh.
And get this, like almost 40% of them are saying they'd rather use TikTok and Instagram over,
Really?
over like the usual suspects like Google and LinkedIn.
Wow.
I know, right? So we're going to really dig into how they're pulling this off and what it means for everyone else, no matter where you are in your own career.
Right.
Like, are we all going to be making TikTok resumes soon? That's the big question.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about randomly scrolling through their feeds, right?
No.
What's really interesting is that Gen Z is actually using these platforms strategically to build a professional brand for themselves. Forget the old boring resume. They're making these dynamic video resumes
Oh, yeah.
that let them show off their skills and just who they are
Right. Their personality.
in a way that's so much more engaging and, let's be honest, way more memorable.
It's like a movie trailer for your career.
Exactly.
And they're getting super creative with it, like adding music, humor, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, they're using all the right hashtags, like hashtag hiring now or hashtag job opportunity, so the right people actually see their stuff.
Smart.
But what really makes these video resumes pop?
Yeah.
Have you seen any trends or winning formulas that stand out?
Definitely. The best ones are all about storytelling.
Okay.
They go way beyond just listing skills and experience,
Yeah.
It's more about showing potential employers who they are, what gets them fired up, and how they can actually contribute to a team.
So it's all about showing, not just telling. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Gen Z's leading the charge here. But are companies actually on board with this whole thing? Are they actively looking for candidates on these platforms?
Oh, absolutely they are.
Really?
Yeah, companies are realizing that, these platforms are a gold mine for finding young talent, people who are already totally comfortable in the digital world.
Makes sense.
And they're posting jobs directly on their social media, skipping those, job websites altogether.
So it's a win-win, right?
Okay.
Companies get access to a bigger pool of potential hires, and Gen Z gets to present themselves in a way that feels, natural to them.
Yeah, for sure. But it also brings up some important questions about accessibility.
Oh, right.
How do we make sure everyone has a fair shot, even if they're not as comfortable with video or social media,
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not just about who gets hired. It's about who even gets considered in the first place.
Yeah.
So big picture, what does all this mean for the future of job hunting for all of us, not just Gen Z? Are we all going to be ditching the traditional resume and sending in TikToks instead in a few years?
Well, I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on. This whole shift towards visual communication and personal branding, it's probably going to affect how we all approach job hunting eventually, no matter what generation we're from.
Yeah.
The key takeaway here is that the job market is changing, and we all need to adapt and kind of, keep up with it.
So true. So maybe it's time to brush up on those video editing skills or, start thinking about how we can really show off what makes us unique online.
Right.
And as you think about your own career path, consider how all of this is going to impact your industry.
Uh-huh.
Are the companies in your field using social media to find new hires?
Yeah, it's a good question.
And how could you use these platforms to your advantage, no matter how old you are or how much experience you have?
Exactly.
Lots to think about. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.